Clint author is here, business expert, author of 21 Performance Secrets of Donald Trump and what they teach you at Wharton Business School.
If this is going to be the last year of your life, what would you want to accomplish?
Let me introduce you to the man that taught me.
Leadership and performance expert.
Clint Arthur, who made a living off of teaching other people to be better public speakers.
NASDAQ, what an honor to be with you here today.
Business expert and best-selling author.
Arthur, Clint, take it.
Energy comes off as confidence. It helps if you entertain them, and you need them to be engaged if you want to be a great leader. The marketing of what you do is 100 times more important than what you actually do. Have them pay attention to you. If people would just play the speaking game when they talk, they would have more fun, make more money, conquer their fear of public speaking, and have more impact, influence, and income. Invest in yourself and in a mentor. Amen.
You know, I play that sizzle reel every time because that should be your goal. I'm not just playing that just because. That's what you want. You want a sizzle reel like that. You need to study the elements of that sizzle reel and see, what do I have and what don't I have? And how am I going to get what I don't have? Because you need a sizzle reel. You don't have a sizzle reel, you need a sizzle reel. Every celebrity entrepreneur needs to have a sizzle reel. It's just that simple. And how are you going to get that sizzle reel? You got to do the things that I've done. TV, VIP speaking, celebrity attachments, awards, best-selling books, celebrity lifestyle. It's all in there. And that's what you need. Those are the things. Those are the things. And you may be thinking, well, I'm not ready for a sizzle reel. I understand. I didn't make my first sizzle reel until I had 18 TV appearances, but I only had TV. I see some of you on here have other things. And you need to start putting together your sizzle. Why is that so important? You need to think that you deserve a sizzle. I remember way back before I even had ClintArthur.com, let alone ClintArthur.tv and Clint Arthur Reviews, Clint Arthur Photos. I used to think to myself, why do I need ClintArthur.com? Why do I need that? It'll be there one day when I need it. I don't need it now. I didn't think I needed it. I didn't think I deserved it. That's really what it was. Man, I'll never forget the worst excuse of all. I had some real estate agent in California sign up for NASDAQ, and he was going to get the Jumbotron as a bonus. And he calls me the next day to cancel. And I go, why do you want to cancel? And he goes, I just don't feel like I deserve the Jumbotron. This is what I call, who am I? Who am I to be on the Jumbotron? Do you know, folks, that Jumbotron, I use that freaking Jumbotron in my marketing every freaking day. Here it is. There it is on my phone, Jumbotron. Here it is on my magazine. I use the Jumbotron constantly. This guy didn't think he deserved the Jumbotron. Guys, it's a paid advertisement. There's nothing that's more commercial than paying to have your face on a billboard. The craziest thing of it all is that if anybody should understand that, it's a real estate agent. I remember like the first real estate agent Allie and I ever hired to sell her house back in like 2006, something like that, was this guy named Neil. And he had bench ads. His face was on a bench everywhere in the neighborhood. Every bench had his face on it and it said, got Neil? Like got milk? Remember got milk? You remember that, Miranda? This was Got Neil. And we hired Got Neil and he sold Allie's house for a record. So you would think if anybody would understand paying to put your face on a billboard, it would be a real estate agent. But that's how deep Who Am I runs. You know, guy like Tyler Sticka. Tyler's been coming to these events now for years and years and years. Tyler's done a lot of stuff. I don't see a Tyler Sticka sizzle. I'm going to go to LinkedIn. Stop this share. Oh, did I just blow up the webinar? Oh, I'm back. Okay, good. I'm back. I'm going to go to LinkedIn and look at Tyler Sticka. See what he's got going on. Tyler Sticka. Oh, he's got a picture of himself at the Harvard Club of Boston with Suzanne Summers. That's good. I know you lost a lot of weight, but you need a better, I mean, this is supposed to be a headshot. I know you want to show that you lost weight because you look so good, but that's supposed to be a headshot. And you need a more authoritative headshot. You know, you don't get points. In this day and age, the world is so competitive. You do not get points just because you're good looking or young. I guess you get points if you're young, but kind of maybe negative points for being young. People want people who have experience. Why don't you have the stuff yet? Well, I guess you've had who am I until recently when you signed up for Mexico City to go speak at the stock exchange. You've been thinking, well, you know, who am I to be speaking at this place or who am I to be speaking at that place? I'll tell you what, Tyler, did you know we had a 12-year-old girl speak at NASDAQ? Did you know that? No. Did you know that we've had a 7-year-old girl graduate from Celebrity Launchpad? She's been to Celebrity Launchpad and been on 8 TV appearances that she's booked herself. Do you know that? 8-year-old girl. She books them herself. She's the best-selling author of 2 books. She's working on her 3rd book. Then we had the kid trillionaire. He was 12. He booked himself on like 12 shows out of Celebrity Launchpad, and including New York City, WPIX New York. I mean, how old are you now?
24.
24? That's still pretty young. You know, I'll give you some respect for signing up, showing up in Mexico City. It's good. It puts you way ahead of your compatriots. It puts you way ahead of your comrades who are you know, I don't know. I don't know what your comrades are doing. They're probably not doing as good as you, but you know, it's not a question of you competing against them. You're competing against the market. You're competing against the marketplace. So you're not competing against 24-year-olds. You're competing against 35-year-old accountants. So we need to get you raised up. You need to embrace it and go for it and show up and get a sizzle. You should have a sizzle by the end of this year. Why wouldn't you? Serious. Why wouldn't you? What could you possibly do that's going to be better than that for you personally, professionally? Even in
Probably
terms,
nothing.
even in terms of spiritually. You know, like I had this guy, Alex Jeffries, who said he discovered his mission in life and his spiritual connection with his higher power when he was on his media tour, going around the country, going on TV shows. Because when you go on the media tour, one of the great things about it is that it gets you out of your day-to-day life, your day-to-day routine. The routine you got. You tell me your routine in the morning. You drive over to the office, you stop at Starbucks, pick up a venti.
No, I don't do that, but I get same kind of thing though.
Same kind of
I don't
thing.
go anywhere. Yeah, I don't get any coffee. I make it myself, but yeah, pretty much.
In the office.
Yeah,
Yeah, because coffee's free in the office.
I got a Keurig.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, but it's the same routine and it's hard. Like, this is why I go away to write books, usually. I did write a book on New Year's Eve this year. And I'm waiting to announce it. I will show you guys. It's already live. It's already live on Amazon. Thought I ordered this stuff. Let's see, Amazon. The 4 Secrets of Success, Clint Arthur. There it is. And look, it's live as a see all formats and editions. Boom. It's live as a Kindle, it's live as a hardcover, and it's live as a paperback. I still have to do the audio. And when I do the audio, then I'm going to announce, you know, and start making it a best-selling book, because that's what you do. You write a book and you make it a best-selling book. But notice I have one of my awards on the book from the Pulitzer Prize nominated author of Wisdom of the Men, The 4 Secrets of Success. That's one of the ways you use everything you've got to get everything you want. Write that on a whole page. You have to use everything you've got to get everything you want. Every best-selling book you have is marketing for some other best-selling book. It's marketing for your bio. Every place that you speak and win an award, you're going to be the international award-winning speaker at the Mexican Stock Exchange and other places. You need to get other places because you need a bio that's going to put you like that. It's going to position you like that as somebody. You need to be somebody. And you know what? Who goes to law schools? Tyler, who goes to law school?
Someone wanting to get ahead.
Someone who wants to get ahead, right?
Mhm.
And who makes those people apply to law school?
Themselves.
Themselves. That's right. It's called self-selection. Nobody puts a gun to your head and tells you you have to go to law school. Nobody put a gun to my head and said you have to go to the Wharton Business School. I selected that. I made that up in my mind. I decided when I was 14 years old that I was going to go to the Wharton Business School. I self-selected that. Why did I think that? You know, I had a tutor who told me that I would not be able to get into an Ivy League college. He told me that. He said, you're not going to get into an Ivy League college. I was just studying to get into high school. I had to take an exam to get into Stuyvesant High School. And I said, you know, I read about this place called the Wharton Business School. I'm thinking about going to the Wharton Business School. And he said, I don't think you're going to get into any Ivy League colleges. But I did. I got into my first choice school. I applied to one Ivy League college and one college only and got in. Why was that? Because I self-selected. This program, celebrity entrepreneurship, this marketing philosophy, this lifestyle is a self-selected lifestyle, a self-selected marketing strategy. My great mentor, Dan Kennedy, said to me, you want a marketing strategy that is so complex, so multi-step, so multimedia, that even if your competition knew what it was, they would not do it. That's exactly what this is. Nobody's going to do this.
Clint Arthur is here, business experts, author of 21 Performance Secrets of Donald Trump and what they teach you at Wharton Business School.
This is going to be the last year of your life. What would you want to accomplish?
Let me introduce you to the man that taught me.
Leadership and performance experts.
Clint who made a living off of teaching other people to be better public speakers.
NASDAQ, what an honor to be with you here today.
Business expert and best-selling author.
But Arthur, Clint, take it.
Energy comes off as confidence. It helps if you entertain them, and you need them to be engaged if you want to be a great leader. Marketing of what you do is 100 times more important than what you actually do. Have them pay attention to you. If people would just play the speaking game when they talk, they would have more fun, make more money, conquer their fear of public speaking, and have more impact, influence, and income. Invest in yourself and in a mentor. Amen.
Nobody's going to do that. That's multi-step, multimedia marketing strategy. That is hard. There's a lot of work that goes into that. And nobody's going to do it. But you know what you get when you do that? You get high price. I remember when we hired the director for my documentary, Celebrity Entrepreneur. And Ali sent me his resume, and I looked at his resume, and it had all these major corporations that he had worked for. And I'm like, wow, we're never going to be able to afford this guy. That's what I said. I said, Ali, we're never going to be able to afford this guy. He works for Coca-Cola and Microsoft and all these different corporations. She said, well, let's try. If he didn't have a resume like that, as a director and producer of film and TV, I probably wouldn't have paid him all the money that I paid him, but I paid him a lot of money because I was happy to get him. That's what you're trying to do. Your goal, Miranda, is to have a prospect walk into your clinic and they're going to have already said to their spouse in the morning, I'm going to see Miranda Carlisle and I'm going to hire her if I can get her. And the spouse is going to say, but how much is Miranda Carlisle? And the person's going to say, I don't know. But if I can hire her, I'm going to. That's the goal. That's what you get when you have the marketing of celebrity entrepreneurs. And until you have that marketing, then you're just one of many. The marketing of what you do is 100 times more important than what you actually do or sell. My favorite part is the celebrity part. And for those of you who are coming to Mexico City, you are going to meet and receive your award from Diana Robles, Miss Mexico, Hispano-America 2022. She almost was Miss Universe Mexico. She screwed up her answer to a question. Where is this? This is TikTok. I want her on Instagram. This is her. There we go.
To play with fire.
That's a different kind of sizzle reel.
Play with fire.
She is a beauty celebrity. So that's a sizzle reel for her. You can't have a sizzle reel like that, Tyler. That sizzle reel doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for doctors or nurses or, you know, experts either. That type of sizzle reel doesn't work for us. We need the sizzle reel that displays our authority, expertise, association with other leaders. our speaking in front of large audiences, which displays more authority, and a little bit of lifestyle. You can put a little lifestyle in there. But who is Miss Mexico? I love the people who say to me, you know, I'm in whatever state, I'm in California, I'm in wherever, and my prospects aren't going to know who Miss Mexico is. That's like the person saying, I just didn't feel like I deserved the Jumbotron. Do you know who Miss Mexico is? Tyler, who is Miss Mexico?
Diana Robles.
Okay, but who is she?
She's celebrity attachment.
She's Miss Mexico. You're in Mexico City, you're speaking at the Mexican Stock Exchange, and you're receiving your award from Miss Mexico. I mean, what could be better than that? I don't know, having the president of Mexico present you the award, having the president of the Mexican Stock Exchange present you your award. I don't know. I think having Miss Mexico present you the award is better than those people, because who cares about the president of Mexico or the president of the Mexican Stock Exchange? This is a hot chick, and everybody's interested in a hot young chick. They are. They're just naturally attracted. They want to look at that person. They want to. Right or wrong, people are attracted to celebrities, and they're attracted to young, good-looking people. Look at what's on TV. Look at all the movies that are in the theaters. They're all starring young, good-looking people. And that's why I hire this beautiful young woman who is recognized as being a leader in Mexico. She's Miss Mexico, and she's going to present the awards. And who is she? She's Miss Mexico. And, you know, I asked her a question. I asked her about taxes in Mexico. And she told me, man, they have a tremendous tax burden in Mexico, or whatever she's going to say. Your job when you get your award is to make sure that you ask her a question that you can use. Like, for example, when I saw Joel Osteen this last time. And by the way, we have another event coming up with Joel Osteen in June. It's going to be so much fun. When I saw him last time, I said, you know, Joel, when people say bad things about you, it makes me feel better about me, because if they could not like you, then I don't feel so bad when people don't like me. And he said, well, not everybody agreed with Jesus. See? That's just a story. That's exactly what the guy said. What do you talk about? You talk about stories. What do you talk about with clients? Ideally, you're going to tell stories to make yourself a three-dimensional person in the eyes of clients and prospects, not just a person who knows about interest rates or tax rates or supplements. You want to come off the page. You want to stop being just one-dimensional. You need to be 2 or 3 or 4-dimensional in the eyes of clients and prospects if you want to get more clients and prospects and get paid the highest prices. That's what it's all about. That's why I hired her. And why did I hire her? Why did I hire Diana Robles? Tyler, why did I hire Diana Robles?
Because she's Miss Mexico.
Yes. That's exactly right. Do you know how many Instagram models I could have hired for less than her? Who would be only too happy to get a job, paying them money, presenting awards to American celebrities? But I hired
see
her.
that, but
Why? Because she is
she's
somebody.
Miss Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's Miss Mexico. And I'll tell you what, she could be the biggest pop star. Like, you know, we had this woman come to our house one time as a guest at Mi Chiquita. We have her picture on the wall. She stayed at Mi Chiquita. She's one of the biggest pop stars in Mexico. Let's see if I can find her. Ninau Conde. She happens to be Dolce Conde's cousin. That's what Dolce says. I don't know. When I see Dolce Conde and Ninel Conde in a picture together, then I'll believe it. This is Ninel Conde. Oh, well, very interesting. She began her career, her artistic career in 1995 after winning the competition for Miss State of Mexico. She was a Miss Mexico. I didn't even know that. When you go to her Instagram, when you go to the Ninel Conde Instagram, she has 5.9 million followers. Look at her. She's on the cover of Maxim Mexico. Look at her. But I didn't hire her. You know why? Because Americans don't know who she is. When you show your picture of you with Ninel Conde, everyone's going to go, who's that? If they even ask you who's that, they don't know who she is. But when you have your picture of Diana Robles with her sash that says Mexico on it, then it's obvious that she's Miss Mexico. They don't have to ask who she is. You can see who she is. She's Miss Mexico. Is that Miss Mexico in the picture with you? Yeah, she presented me my award. And I asked her about taxes in Mexico. Man, we're so lucky we don't live in Mexico. The taxes in Mexico on the upper class, like us, so much higher. I don't know. I don't know what the taxes are. I don't know what the answer to the question is. I just know that she is Miss Mexico and Ninel Conde is some person that nobody knows in the United States. It transcends the borders. That's why when I get the question, Miss Mexico doesn't really mean anything to me or my clients or prospects. Well, that's where you're wrong. You know what the answer to that statement is? The answer to that statement is you don't know anything about marketing. You're not qualified to make a statement like that. The statement like that only displays your ignorance, sir, whoever that person is who said that to me. I don't remember who it was, but someone said that to me in the last couple of weeks. I work in California, and Miss Mexico doesn't really mean anything to me or my clients or prospects. That's so wrong, especially since what percentage of the southwestern states are Hispanic? What percentage of the people who are affluent people living in the southwestern states and business owners are actually Mexicans, Mexican Americans? There's a large and growing percentage of the demographic in the United States overall, but it's certainly in the southwestern United States, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, California, Oregon, Nevada. All of those states have a lot of Mexicans living in them. So when you say, "Oh, it doesn't mean anything to me to have a picture with Miss Mexico," it only demonstrates your ignorance of, number one, any idea about marketing for your personal brand, and number two, what's going on in the United States of America in terms of the demographics. Unbelievable. This is why we have her, and I'm really excited to have her with us. And here's another great picture of her.
Clint, what do you recommend we ask her? Like
I
if we're
recommend
trying
that you
to,
ask her something about what you do. What do you do? Tell me.
so just like working as a nurse practitioner in a clinic, doing hormones, weight loss. I actually also do aesthetic stuff too. So, I mean, I don't know. She probably gets Botox.
Oh, you do aesthetic stuff. Do you think you might have anything to ask Miss Mexico about?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just was wondering if you had specific things you recommended. I mean, I can pull something out of a hat, but you're the expert. So I was just wondering what you recommended.
I tell you what I recommend is that you ask her something that's important to you. See, this is why I said to Tyler, going on a journey to create a sizzle reel this year is going to get him not just in touch with his business goals and his personal goals. It's going to transform him personally, professionally, but also spiritually. Because I recommend to you, Miranda, and it's a great question. I really appreciate the question. And I know that you're working hard to get everything that you can get out of this. What's important to you? See, that's not a trick question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to think about what's important to me that matters to my patients. I don't know. I got to think about it.
I don't,
I mean, there's a
I
lot of
say
things
fuck
there.
the audience. I say fuck the audience. I say what's important to you. See, I do this stuff. Unfortunately, my clients and prospects don't all get Miss Mexico. They don't all get it. And you know what I say? I don't care that they don't get it. I mean, I will try my best to educate them. And the smart ones who get it are going to show up and get a great thing. But I want to speak at the Mexican Stock Exchange because I want that. I'm an international award-winning speaker. I speak all over the world at the London Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the Mexican Stock Exchange, City Banamex in Mexico City, the National Academy of Medicine, the New York Academy of Medicine, the Philadelphia College of Physicians, the Royal Society of Medicine. Do you see what I've built for myself? I'm a medical and financial speaking expert. I'm an expert speaker who speaks at all those places. And I'm also really the only coach who's qualified to coach anybody who wants to be a medical speaker or a financial speaker. Who else do you know who's spoken at any of those places? Who has anything to say about anything? Who has been mentored by 4 Hall of Fame speakers from the National Speakers Association on speaking, and been mentored in story by a Pulitzer Prize winner, an Academy Award Best Picture winner, and Oprah Winfrey? Who else do you know who's qualified to coach anybody who wants to be a medical speaker or a financial speaker better than me? See? And how did I do that? I made it all happen for myself. For myself. I made all of that happen. I made it happen. Why? Because what did Oprah tell me? You are responsible for your own success. And that's why I say to you, what do you really care about? What do you really care about, Miranda? If you are asking her a question that you really care about, then it's not going to be a problem for you to remember what to say or to remember what she says.
What are you going to ask her?
I'm going to ask my question that I asked them all. What's the most important thing you ever learned? That's what I wrote my whole book about. See? You should, if you haven't listened to this book yet on Audible or read it, here's the hardcover. Got my magazine stuck to it. The hurricane stuck the magazine. It's like the magazine is now a piece of cardboard. See this, Angie? See, this is the magazine. It's not flopping like this one. It's hard like cardboard, and it's stuck to the back of this book. It's so funny. But that's what this whole book is. What's the most important thing you ever learned? I asked all these people. Every one of these people has answered that question. That's what I ask. But I'm not a medical practitioner. Then we had Elliot Hirschhorn, Dr. Elliot Hirschhorn. He piggybacked on my question. He goes to Joel Osteen, what's the most important thing you ever learned about health? He's a health coach. And Joel Osteen goes, it's a lot easier to keep it than it is to get it back.
So, I mean, are we going to have our questions already prepared and she's going to know what they are, so she has a prepared answer, or no? So it's like all off the cuff. Okay. So I kind of, so then in my mind, I'm thinking I want to, and this is just maybe this is wrong, but I'm thinking, okay, I want to study her, know what her background is, what her platform is, or her.
Why? What does that have to do with what you really care about? What do you care about?
I guess I mean, I don't want to stump her. I mean, not that I'm going to stump her, but
you know all kinds of stuff about aesthetics. If I was you, and what percentage of your practice and work and money that you earn comes from aesthetics? Huh?
Well, right now, not a large majority of it, but I want it to move that way because it's more cash based and it's a better ROI with, you know, other than like right now, insurance based isn't the best. And so I'm trying to move more towards cash based. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you want to have more credibility and authority as a person who is selling aesthetic services, do you think having a picture of Miss Mexico presenting you an award is going to help you with that?
For sure, for sure.
For sure. An award for being a speaker at the National Academy of Medicine in Mexico City. I mean, that's crossing over between beauty and aesthetic services, right?
Mhm.
It's the perfect crossover. So then the question, and then you're going to be telling this story about what Miss Mexico told you about beauty. You know, I guess you could say, you're so beautiful, Miranda. Uh, Diana, you're so beautiful, Diana. What's your number one beauty tip? How do you, or you could say, what's your number one skin regime tip? How do you have such beautiful hair? Those types of questions. What's your number one healthy skin tip? You have such beautiful, healthy skin. What's your regime? What do you do to keep your skin looking so good? That would be something you could ask. Or how do you get your eyes so white? Or how do you have your lips look so beautiful? These are the kinds of questions that you want to know, don't you?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's why. I mean, anybody who's involved in any kind of aesthetics could not possibly have a better celebrity to attach to than her. But it would work with anyone. Like, for example, Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen is like 61 years old, I think. Or how old is Joel Osteen? Let's take a look. Joel Osteen age. He's 60 years old. So a great question for Joel Osteen would be, oh my God, Joel, you're so handsome. What is your secret? How do you look so good? See what I mean? It's the same question. Well, come on, tell me. What do you do to keep looking so young and healthy? And then whatever he's going to say, he's going to say. I don't know what he's going to say.
He's got a nice head of hair, that's for sure.
He sure does have a nice head of hair. And just so you know, I applied to the Guinness World Records for the world record for the most amount of hair replacement procedures with like 1,000 grafts or more, because I've had 5 and no one has had 5. So if I can win that, that would be great. I'll be a Guinness World Record holder. And why is that good? Because my whole thing is about celebrity. I'm not embarrassed about the fact that I've had 5 hair replacement procedures. I talk about it in my book. I talk about it. I'm freely talking about it right here. Why? Because appearance matters. If you're a celebrity, then the way you look makes a big difference.
And you must have a very high tolerance for pain.
Yeah, I tell you what, boy, it hurts it only hurts when they put in the anesthesia, when they're injecting those big needles of anesthesia into your scalp to numb your scalp. After they numb out your scalp, it just feels like you're wearing a helmet on your head. And they do the whole procedure by hand and you don't feel anything. You're just talking and blah, blah, blah. But my point is that, when a lot of my clients get better looking, because when you're a celebrity, you're going to realize when you are pursuing celebrity entrepreneurship, you are going to realize that the better looking you are, the more in shape you are, the more healthy you look, the more money you're going to make, the more opportunities you're going to get, and the more clients you're going to have. And if you are not in healthy weight range, if you are not looking your best, it's going to cost you. It will cost you. That's why I'm very pleased to announce on this webinar for the first time that I this morning weighed myself and achieved for the first time in decades, I'm in a healthy weight range. I hit 182.4 pounds today. 183 is the healthy weight range top. I have not weighed this weight since when I met Allie in 2001 was the last time I weighed 182 pounds. I'm telling you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. This was a 3-day water fast, made it happen for me. This is now my 3rd water fast that I've done. And I love them. I love them. And look, a lot of my clients get better looking. Dave Nasani got better looking. That's for sure. Angie got better looking. Took her a while. She finally made it happen. Tyler's dropped a lot of weight. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Tyler's dropped a lot of weight.
Yeah, I still have 20 to go, but I lost 40 and I'm still going, but I still have 20 to go. And yeah, still got 20 to go, and I'm working out because I'm learning everything that is wrong with, the elders, right, with my parents and stuff, and I got to
Yeah.
work out, do that kind of good stuff. He's almost that, it's crazy, and he's still going.
Yeah, Tyler looks great. Maybe that's why Tyler finally had the ability to overcome his who am I and step up and register for something, is because you're looking better and you feel better about yourself and you feel like you deserve it. So that's great. Just so you know, I've lost so much weight over the last 6 months that I started to get concerned about saggy skin. And I saw a video by David Goggins, who is the author of the mega best-selling book, You Can't Hurt Me. And if you haven't listened to You Can't Hurt Me, you should get that right after you download Wisdom of the Men on Audible. You should download You Can't Hurt Me on Audible. And I saw him on an Instagram video talking about saggy skin. And he says, because he too lost like more than 100 pounds. He used to be a big fat guy, and now he's like this. And he runs ultra marathons, 100-mile marathons all the time. And he said, if you are concerned about saggy skin, what you have to do is sets of 100 reps with low weight. 100 reps. So if you have saggy skin on your arms, you got to do sets of 100 reps with low weight. If you got saggy skin on your stomach, you got to do ab workouts. Like I got this one ab workout that I've been doing lately on an inclined bench, where I take a light barbell and I just go like this 100 times. Okay. Now, it's easy for the first 20, but you start getting into 80, 90, 100, you can feel it, but that's what's working your gut. That's what's working your abs. And that supposedly is the way to beat saggy skin. A lot of people are into weight loss. But I'm very excited. It really appears to me that it appears to us that we are going to be having our speaker training. We were going to be doing it at the hotel, but we have been invited to do it at the Mexican Senate. Like Mitch McConnell and Ted Cruz and Chuck Schumer. Those guys, senators. Well, the equivalent of that in Mexico, we're going to be doing that at the Senate office building. So that should provide us with some very interesting photography opportunities, selfie opportunities. You should be able to get all kinds of great selfies inside the Mexican Senate building. I'm told that some senators are going to come because I'm a celebrity speaking coach from the United States and I make a lot of money. Maybe you've read my best-selling book, Speaking Game, 7-Figure Speaker Secrets Revealed. If you haven't read that one, you probably should. I'm told that some Mexican senators are going to come because they want to learn from the American celebrity speaking coach. Very excited about that. Mexico City is going to be off the hook, guys. Off the hook. Off the hook. And every aspect of it is turning out better than I ever imagined. We had a great time last time when we did City Banamex and Medica Sur and the St. Regis and the Four Seasons. Those were really awesome. It's going to be even better this time. All right. I do know that, and if you are interested, thank you, Barbara. Thank you. And if you are not yet registered to come to Mexico City, and if you want to, shoot me a text. Shoot me a text. I do know that Debbie Peterson, Mayor Debbie, has a video. She was on Good Day Sacramento, and I'm going to bring it up. Mayor Debbie, boom. Okay, now Mayor Debbie, does anybody know? Okay, so does anybody know what KMAX TV is? Does anybody care what KMAX TV is? No. The answer is no. Look, this is all about perceptions. Everything we do is about perception. We're here to influence and transform people's perceptions about us. And you got to think, what is important here? This is her title of her video. I've only had one strike on YouTube, and it came because I said the name of the TV show in the title of my video. Never ever put the name of the TV show in the title of your video. Does anybody know or care what is KMAX? No, that should not be in the title. Does anybody know or care what is CBS 13? No. What about the word CBS? Yes. What about Good Day Sacramento? Nobody cares about that. What should the title of this video be? Mayor Debbie Peterson on CBS TV, Sacramento, California. Leadership Secrets of Taylor Swift. That's the name of that video. For those of you who were on this mastermind call, when I invented the book for Mayor Debbie, when Mayor Debbie came on and I said, Mayor Debbie, what do you want to talk about when you come to Celebrity Launchpad in October? And she said, I want to talk about Jackie Onassis. And I said,
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
No, someone else suggested Jackie Onassis.
No,
I said, I
you.
want to talk about getting more women in leadership. And we started talking about someone who would be someone good. And someone said Jackie Onassis. And we talked about that for a while. And then we had the suggestion of, if you really want to do this right, you'd get Taylor Swift to do it.
Yeah. Taylor Swift is a huge media person. I mean, here she is.
It was Kevin. It was Kevin who said that.
Jackie Onassis? No,
No, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It may have been Clint, I think. I don't know.
Really? Okay. I thought I heard you, Kevin. All right.
I'm pretty sure I said, hey, if you really want to tie into a media trend, you're going to write The Leadership Secrets of Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because it sounded like such an absurd idea.
Oh, people crack up whenever I say it. They laugh.
I know. It just sounds absurd. But now that you've written the book, now you're actually cognizant of what a leader she is.
Oh, yeah.
How genius she is, how smart she is, and
Mm-hmm.
what she actually does to be one of the leading celebrities in America. I don't know about if any of you guys have been watching any of the stuff about the Golden Globes that happened. Basically, here we are a day and a half after the Golden Globes, and the only thing anybody's talking about is how the host of the Golden Globe Awards made a joke about Taylor Swift, and she shot him a death stare. She didn't think it was funny. That's the only thing that anybody's talking about from this whole thing, this whole giant media circus, which is the Golden Globe Awards. The only thing they talk about is Taylor Swift. Everybody else was there. Every other celebrity in the world was there, but the only one they talk about is Taylor Swift. That's it. So there you go. Mayor Debbie Peterson on CBS TV, Sacramento, California, Leadership Secrets of Taylor Swift is the correct title of this video. Let's take a look.
Sierra Cam. At Tahoe Cam. Sierra at Tahoe Cam.
Yay.
Okay, now I'm 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Man, you can do the smallest thing around here and get an applause.
You know it.
All right. Well, I will bring up any excuse to talk about Taylor Swift, and people around the world love her music. I'm not the only one, obviously.
And now an author has used the themes of Swift's music and life to create a book about empowering women. Please welcome Debbie Peterson, otherwise known as Mayor Debbie.
Good
What
morning.
town was it that you were the mayor?
I'm the former mayor of Grover Beach, California,
Which is next door to?
next door to Pismo Beach, California.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Welcome. Sacra, big fan of Taylor Swift. So I'm going to let her lead most of this here.
Yeah, so give us a little background. What made you want to write a book like this?
I really want women to lead, especially millennial women. And I thought if I can work with the secrets of Taylor Swift and how she does it, she's a great role model. And all women, well, I won't say all women, but so many people and their mothers and their grandmothers really admire Taylor Swift.
Okay, so the book is called
The Leadership Secrets of Taylor Swift.
Hey, that's really great. I liked everything that I saw there so far. I really do.
Good.
Yeah. You know what I like the most about it is that this is a question that you're going to get pretty much on every interview you do.
Yeah.
Radio,
What do you answer?
podcast,
Yeah.
TV,
Mhm.
right? You got to have a great answer to that. And
Mhm.
does it really matter what you say? Well, a little,
Mhm.
but you did say all good things. Especially here's where I think it should go. I would say so many people love Taylor Swift and admire Taylor Swift and look up to Taylor Swift that I really became curious. I mean, it's not just my daughter who loves her, it's her grandmother who loves her too.
Mhm.
And that's why I became curious about Taylor Swift. And what I've come to realize in studying her is that she is a tremendous leader and a tremendous inspiration for millennials, for Gen X people, for baby boomers. She's an inspiration to us all, especially women who want to be better leaders. Boom.
I'm writing.
Well, you'll get the recording of this afterwards. Allie sends out the
That's
recordings
true.
of these webinars all the time. Okay. All right, let's
Mhm.
continue.
And it's available on Kindle right now via
Yes.
Amazon here.
Yes.
The paperback's not quite out yet.
Not yet.
So do you have maybe the top three?
Hey, let me ask you
things
something,
or-
Deb. Why isn't the paperback out?
Well, because I've written 3 recalls and a citizens initiative and got 2,000 people to write letters and working with about 200 people in my community all while I was writing the Taylor Swift book and have 500,000 views on Nextdoor. And so I just haven't been able to get to it with the urgent things, but that is also urgent. And it was
I
a
get it.
priority of mine over
I
Christmas.
get it.
So it's next.
I mean, New Year's Day, I wrote this book, The 4 Secrets of Success. It is available as a Kindle, a paperback, and a hardcover. I know exactly how much time it takes to do this stuff. It
Yeah.
really doesn't take much time to create the paperback.
No, it won't take that much time. No. And
You
I
have a
just got,
book that people will buy, The Leadership
yeah, I
Secrets
know.
of Taylor Swift. People will buy
Yeah.
that book.
They will buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should
That'll
definitely,
be my goal.
yeah, make it happen. I mean, it'll take you 2 hours maximum to do that project.
Oh, I've got 2 hours. That's for sure.
5, but
I
people
can
don't
find
know
that.
there's
Yeah.
Swift, the Swift
Yeah,
leadership.
we'll move
tips.
swiftly. Yeah.
Swift,
Well,
well,
it's spelled
swiftly.
Swift, yes.
Yes.
Oh, got it.
Yes. S is for strength of character because Taylor Swift, when she changed record companies, could not take her original recordings with her. So what she did is, as we know, just went and re-recorded them, and that's Taylor's version.
Yeah.
And she was so successful that she made music industry history.
Yes, she did.
And then W is for women because the 3 happiest countries in the world are led by millennial and Gen X women. And Taylor's part of that phenomenon. And so millennials, now is your time.
All right. Hey,
Gen
call
Z.
to action. Yeah.
All right, integrity. Where do you see Taylor's, path?
Well, when she was
Integrity.
19 years old, she said, I've never touched a drop of alcohol. I have never smoked a cigarette. I'm not interested in that because I always want to be responsible for everything I say or do. And we know she's not 19 anymore, but Taylor Swift still has that quality of integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one is fun.
Fun. We've seen it. I mean, all over our screens. The girl likes to have fun, whether it's at Sunday Night Football or at an awards show.
Her concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On stage. I mean, she is the contagious energy that everybody is captured by in the room.
Absolutely. Taylor Swift is an entertainer and she has fun with the people she loves. And she
I love how you keep calling her Taylor Swift.
You
She's
told
not
me to do
Taylor.
that.
Yeah, she's not Taylor. She's Taylor Swift. Every single time she's Taylor Swift, because that's what people know.
That's right. They'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
Every single time. And that's what makes people interested. They're not interested in Taylor. They're interested in Taylor Swift. She's not Madonna.
Right.
She's not Lady Gaga. If you were talking about Lady Gaga, you wouldn't say Lady. You wouldn't say Gaga. You always say Lady Gaga. Always.
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're really doing great.
And as you say, she's so much fun. She took over the NFL.
Yeah, I know.
And finally,
can't Taylor too.
Key transformation. When she was in middle school, her friends made fun of her because she loved country music, but she was true to herself and she crossed over. She transformed into mainstream music, becoming America's favorite pop star, and now the Times Magazine Person of the Year.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right.
She said in her speech once, like, don't be afraid to be cringe, like
I love that.
almost like embrace the cringe because the things that you do that are cringy, you won't really maybe think about that in a few years.
And that's what makes her great.
Yeah.
She's vulnerable.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in here. The name of the book again is
Leadership Secrets of Taylor Swift.
Out right now on Kindle via Amazon. Thank you so much. Nice to see you here.
All right, time to get my reading glasses on because I want to read that book. I'm excited.
Wow. Great. Love it. And I love how you ended up. It's available on Amazon.com.
Thanks.
That's exactly the leadership secrets of Taylor Swift. You got to know how to say your book name, your book title. You got to know how to say it. What's your book title, Mayor Debbie?
Leadership Secrets of Taylor Swift.
There you go. A lot of people can't say their book name.
I
A
couldn't
lot of
first.
people don't know what's important to them. And that's why I say that celebrity entrepreneurship will help you to identify your power personally, professionally, spiritually. It will get you in touch with what is really important to you, especially the speaking that we do. The speaking events will help you to get in touch with what's really important to you because we have total control over those speaking events. You can say whatever you want to say. And what do you say? You tell your story and you tell what's important to you. That's what this is all about. So again, if you're not registered for February 8, 9, and 10 in Mexico City, it's going to be amazing. Shoot me a text and we'll make it happen for you. That's going to wrap it up for tonight's Celebrity Entrepreneur Mastermind. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And I hope for you, it helps you to be responsible for your own success and to identify what is really important to you. Good night, everybody.